Okay, welcome to my group seminar. Thanks. Lovely to have you. As you know, we're talking about this article today, and the title of the article is Learning Style and Adjustment Issues of International Students. Basically, it's about international students in America and how they learn, problems they're having, etc. What do you think adjustment means?
Change.
Change.
Make a change.
Yep.
Adjustment issues, like change the problems of international.
Yeah, change the problems, or maybe they have to change their learning style, or their behaviour. So we'll talk in detail about that. Now, this comes from the Journal of Education for Business, as you can see on the handout, from 1999, so it's a little bit old, but it's not so important. Okay, before we look at the article, let's just discuss some of the issues. I'll give you a couple of minutes. There's two situations there. Please read both of them carefully. Which situation is normal in your country, high school, university, and which one do you like as a student? So I'll give you a couple of minutes to read it. Okay, so Mac, tell us about China. What situation would be normal in those Chinese schools?
Just like the first one, only the teacher say something and the students just take notes or listen to teacher what he said, and it's basically no communication with teachers and the students.
Okay.
And I don't think that will help the student to study well.
I'll say you don't like that style, like the lecture style?
Don't like that.
All right, what about in Saudi Arabia?
In Saudi Arabia is different. It depends on the level of the education.
Okay, let's move on to the vocabulary. So I've just chosen some of the important words in the article. I don't know if you've had time to think about them or check your dictionary. Just have a quick look at those and we'll go through them one by one. So affective, now this is not effective with an E. Do you have any idea what this means? The article talks about sometimes affective development and affective situations. Yeah, it's not effective like it works well. Affective means related to emotions. Yeah. And the next one, repertoire. Can you say that? Just repertoire. Repertoire. It's from French, yeah, I think it's from French. Repertoire. Any idea what that one means? A repertoire. If I am, for example, if I am a piano player and I have a good repertoire of skills, what do you think? Yeah, a group of skills in the same area. So if a piano player can play classical piano and jazz piano and different kinds, then they have a wide repertoire of skills. So it's a group of a range of skills of one kind. Maybe a basketball player has a good repertoire of skills. What could a basketball player have? A range of skills.
Range of skills, lots of stuff.
Spin the ball on your finger, very important. It might be a good three-point shooter, a good defender. These are your repertoire of skills. Students also need a repertoire of skills. Yep. Okay, let's move on to the more difficult part, which is understanding the article. So on the handout, we've just laid out the parts. We've got an introduction, we've got a method. It's a fairly typical kind of research article. Some findings, a summary, and some suggestions. So we'll go through each one step by step. Okay, so in the introduction, the first thing the writers give is the purpose of the article. You can see I've just highlighted that in orange. Look at the bottom of the first paragraph there.
Yes.
He says, the article is to help the lecturers in America understand the overseas students. It's kind of a help us, help you situation. So that's the aim of the article. And the definitions after that, the next paragraph, there's several definitions of learning style. In your mind, what is a learning style?
Mine.
Yeah,
Learning
well,
style.
in your opinion, what would that be?
In my opinion, I think the learning style is about the way you can gain the information
Yes.
and understanding and analyze information correctly.
Yes. And that's similar to Australia in that way. Okay, the last section, probably the most important, is the suggestions for helping for the lecturers how to help the international students. And we'll just run through these quickly. So that's their advice to the lecturers. Pretty good advice, I think. Okay, let's just wrap up by having a few discussion questions at the end. What's important here for international students, do you think, in Australia, for example? Is there anything useful coming out of here?
To be totally independent.
To be independent?
And
Yep.
independent, it's this one piece of that advice actually. And the
Yeah, and going back to the question at the start about who should change, what do you think? Should the teachers change to adjust to the students, or is it up to the students to change to the culture in America or the teaching style in Australia? Who has responsibility?
I think teachers should and also students, they both have responsibility to change their habit, how to control international students,
Okay.
how to and international should learn how to adopt new rules in America, how to adopt new culture and this kind of thing.
So both parties should try to change,
Yes.
be flexible.
In one side we can.
thank you.
Okay, thanks for joining me. Give these guys a clap, they were fantastic.